Hey, what's going on, guys? Ampix here. So today I have a new election prediction video for you, and I'm going to be doing President Trump versus Joe Biden in a potential 2020 general election. So let's not waste time. Let's get into the video. Joe Biden, I think, will start out by winning the West Coast, like he usually does. I think every Democrat will win there. I think President Trump will win Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, the Dakotas, all of Nebraska, but Nebraska's second district. We'll come back to that. Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Indiana, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina. I missed Alaska too. That'll get Trump to 125. I think Joe Biden will win Illinois and New York, and then he'll win up along the East Coast. Virginia we'll come back to in a minute. And I think Joe Biden will also win Maine's first district. So the rest of the states that I'm going to be putting in gold, I could see being somewhat competitive at the presidential level. So pretty typical normal swing states, including the Rust Belt, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, New Hampshire, all the usuals are in there. Okay, so what do we know from this so far? Well, for starters, against President Trump, it's pretty likely Nevada, Colorado will go to Joe Biden. New Mexico, I think, could be close, and President Trump could actually win New Mexico in 2020, but we just haven't seen any data yet that's shown that he will win there yet. It's certainly a possibility. There just hasn't been much data on it. I think President Trump will win in Texas and in Georgia. Joe Biden is not going to drive out the African American vote as well as a lot of Democrats are hoping he can, because he's not Obama. He's Joe Biden. That's a very big difference. Also, President Trump's approval with African American voters is going up a lot. There's a poll that shows him at 34%. I don't think he's going to be that high, but I think 12 to 13% is definitely reachable for President Trump, which is an improvement over 2016. So with that said, I think North Carolina and Arizona could both go to President Trump. I think Nebraska's second district could also go to President Trump in this scenario. Nebraska's second district is like Omaha. It's very urban, but I also think President Trump will be able to narrowly hold on there, probably within under 5 points. I think Joe Biden will win the state of Virginia. Virginia is trending to the Democrats, and Joe Biden fits the perfect Democrat in Virginia, kind of a establishment, not too far left, moderate Democrat, and that's kind of Joe Biden perfectly. Florida, however, though, I think Florida will go to President Trump. I think President Trump making Florida his home state on top with the good standing and polls and approval rating he already has there now. I think President Trump will win Florida again. I think President Trump will win in Iowa and Ohio, closer than last time around, but I think President Trump can win with a pretty big or relatively the same margins in Iowa and Ohio, maybe a little bit smaller. Minnesota, I think Joe Biden's going to win there. Another state that if President Trump wants to win, he has to start showing more campaigning and fundraising numbers there, because right now there just isn't much saying that Minnesota is going to flip. I think President Trump will win the state of Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin's looking very good for President Trump right now based on early polls that have come out. And I expect it'll only get better for him if the economy and the unemployment rate stays as good as it is. I think New Hampshire and Maine at large will both go to Joe Biden. I think Maine's second district will go to President Trump, and this will re-elect President Trump for another 4 years. And I think New Hampshire could get close again, but I feel like Hillary Clinton was so unpopular last time around. And she won New Hampshire. I feel like every Democrat's got a pretty good chance of winning there. But except maybe Elizabeth Warren's the only one I'm not really too sure about. But I think Joe Biden will win there. I think Michigan and Pennsylvania are going to be very, very close again. I think Michigan actually is going to go to President Trump. I think President Trump will win Michigan, probably around a similar margin, maybe a little bit bigger than last time around, probably under 0.5%. And then Pennsylvania is tough because Joe Biden is going to do better with African American voters, but not that much better. Plus, I feel like President Trump's going to win more of the rural vote than he did last time around, even though he won a lot. And I know the Democrats' argument for Pennsylvania about 2018 is, well, look, we won the midterms. Yeah, they also redistrict all the House races under a Democratic governor and Democratic legislature to fit their mold. So if they didn't win back a lot of Democratic seats in the House, they're really doing the process wrong. So I think Pennsylvania will go to President Trump in 2020 if it's him versus Joe Biden. That's President Trump getting 306 to Joe Biden's 232, which is the exact same number margin as 2016. However, I think the blue areas will get bluer, so Minnesota will probably get closer, but New Hampshire's margin will increase, as will Colorado's, and Virginia's will increase as well. And President Trump's margins will increase in states like Florida and North Carolina and Arizona and Texas and such. So that's my prediction, President Trump versus Joe Biden. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and smash the bell icon for more content. I'd really appreciate you doing that. Uh, Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.